Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the European offline qualifiers for ESL 1 Cologne. We are down to the final match of Group A. Joining me for this one will be Jason Kaplan. It will be FlipSid versus Dignitas. And as you may have just caught a glimpse of, it is going to be a Mirage.
It is. It's going to be an interesting map between these two teams, but I think we need to take a look at exactly how both teams got here today, because there was a standard play, double elimination, and as you can see, Dignitas working their way through. They win over Overgaming 16-9, moving on to its property, where they barely won 16-14, and then the devastating loss against Kengwin, that was just an absolute slaughter, 12-3, or 3-12 for them on Dust 2.
Yeah, FlipSid have been through it, though, as well. I mean, 16-14 with Killfish twice, either end of it. They did dominate property. That was actually, I thought that would be a lot closer. I don't know what happened that game. It was on Cobblestone. I'd love to have seen exactly where it went wrong. But FlipSid, they have had an arduous journey to this lower bracket final. Now, the question is, can they go one step further? And more importantly, will Dignitas fall once again? They did at Katowice offline qualifiers. They fell at the final hurdle. They're not going to want to do it again.
That was with Fetish on the roster too.
It was, yeah.
Soon thereafter, it was a trade up for MSL. So we're going to find out if they can prevent themselves from choking. Hopefully someone's got that Heimlich maneuver ready for them. And if you were to ask me at the start of the day, well, you know, once we saw the initial matches, do I think FlipSid's going to make it to the end? And I sure as hell would have said no. They look terrible. Dignitas looks so strong. And you see that lineup on your team. I mean, they have so many individually strong players. I think you heard Pansy talk about Pansy and Machine talk about time and time again. AZ and MSL, that combo of those two works so damn well together.
Yeah, Kirby, Nico, and Pim. Nico playing well, actually. Just seen him a moment ago. So, oh, you cast in my game. I'm excited about that. Nico, former Big League of Legends fan, actually. Which is why he saved himself. It's another game. Don't worry about that. But there, Markelov, we just heard words from him, obviously talking about how FlipSid almost threw that one away. Blade, the in-game leader, basically took things into his own hands and finished off the game. But they have had a really, really big struggle. I honestly, at 15-9 and at losing to a pistol, I was like, surely to God they've not done it again. They're not going to go to overtime, because the game we covered with Penta, you know, they should have closed that game out easily, but Penta managed to take them to overtime. Yeah,
and just a little bit of slip in focus, I think, out of them was something that kind of showed. And you know, I heard him say, you know, we just kind of got hasty, we kind of just rushed things, expecting to be able to win, but the aim just really stepped out of Killerfish, and it seems like Killerfish really kind of step up when the time counts. But we're going to the final game, and to imagine one of these two teams won't be at the next major, it's heartbreaking. We have FlipSid who qualified last time through the offline qualifiers. We had Dignitas, fortunately, fall short. It's Dignitas' chance to shine. They've been working hard for the last couple months. They've been training, preparing for this moment, and for them to not qualify again, I would hate to think how sad they'd be.
And there's a lot of tournaments in Counter-Strike right now, but the majors is the one that everybody wants to play at. Yeah. That is the big deal. You're representing, obviously, your team, your country, everything that goes there. You get a hell of a lot of money from it. You know, even if you don't go on and win it, even if you just turn up, the sticker money alone is a big deal. And for organizations like Dignitas, like FlipSid, these are big gaming organizations that rely on sponsors, obviously. And for that, you know, for sponsors to support you, you need your name in these big tournaments. You need to represent them. Obviously, I know the Dignitas owner very well, and he's going to be looking at these guys who actually re-signed not too long ago back at Gfinity. They re-signed their contracts with Dignitas. So these guys are, you know, there's a pressure on both of these teams.
They're a strong team. Like, Dignitas are a team who's been pushing the top teams in the world constantly. TSM, you know, trying to beat their Danish brethren. There's so many teams out there that they can push and beat. Yeah. But when it comes to these big moments, just something seems to happen. They just seem to really feel that pressure, and they just can't pull through when the time counts. And, you know, when you're in front of, if they can make it, the 17,000 odd people that are going to be sitting in those seats at the Lansix Arena, you cannot fail. You cannot choke, because you will never live that down to yourself. That would be a moment you look back on 10 years from now wondering what the hell happened. And the pressure is going to start to mount the map. I think we already pointed out Mirage. A lot of history between these two teams in Mirage.
Dignitas have a great record on here against all teams, not just FlipSid, who, as you pointed out, they have a fantastic record.
Yeah, 5-1 over the course of 2015. So a phenomenal record for Dignitas. And, you know, I was asking you, what's the map you expect?
And that is with Simple as well.
Yeah, that's with Simple, the man who's been carrying their team, or not carrying that, he's been really a strong...
It was good to hear from Markelov in that interview, just talking about how good the atmosphere in the team is since Simple left, actually, which, you know, you could think, okay, that's going to have a knock-on effect, but, you know, we heard from Hiko, obviously talking about his experiences with them. as he played as substitute. And he said, you know what? He's a very heated individual. He can get aggressive if things don't go his way.
Well, that's definitely not something you need on your team when it comes down to moments like this. We're about to get into the knife round between these two teams. And like I was saying before, I was asking you when we actually got the veto in the map, what map do you think it's going to be? And you hit it right on the head, Mirage. These two teams have phenomenal records in general. We didn't really see much of the double off out of FlipSid, sadly enough, in that last game. Maybe because they couldn't get that solid enough economy in the CT side. But then again, that was back when we had Cyber Focus on the team, paired along with World Edit. So that was back in the ESL, ESCA Pro League. But you can see both teams already. They're so hesitant. This knife round is going to mean so much to both of them. And with their major ticket on the line, they don't want to lose. They don't want to be the first team out.
The thing is, for Dignitas, they just sat and watched that game. They know exactly what FlipSid do. They know every position. It's very easy for them to counter-strat it if they want to. I don't think they will, but FlipSid were fairly one-dimensional. They had about 2 or 3 different strategies that they were using. Wow, this is a really long...
We have 59 minutes. We can be here all day, guys.
This is a really long knife round.
I'm surprised no one's tried flanking on FlipSid yet.
Sooner or later, someone will get bored. There we go. It's always someone that will just get bored. They've all just gone leaping in. But it will be Dignitas that will come out on top in the knife round. So now they're going to have to stand up, have a discussion, see which way they're going to go. They are going to swap. So CT start for Dignitas. Let's figure out what they're going to do. The notebook in the hand there. Easy trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. It's good that they can resort back to these strategies. They're not just having it all in their head. They're just taking notes, figuring out, okay, this is what we're playing. This is the plan. Question is how much they absorb.
And we should also talk about the big matchup for me. Nico up against World Edit / Davcost. Nico, a very aggressive opper. I remember seeing him back. Actually, I was looking at the ESL_CSGO channel the other day, looking at the old games I used to cast back at the EMS1 series, or the MS series, and Western Wolves up against Copenhagen Wolves. And Nico, he's a phenomenal opper. I feel like he hasn't been able to hit that kind of stride he was back then, back in, I think it was the middle of 2013. But when he gets going, he's unstoppable. And when he's going to be up against, let's see, on the CT side, it's going to be Davcost stopping. If he can open up, that's going to be great for the team. And then more importantly, when he moves on to CT side, if he can stop World Edit and shut him down, if they get that strong middle control, they can really limit the way that FlipSid are going to be moving around the map. He
started off well today against Property in the second game in the winner bracket. Was hitting the shots in that matchup. No problem there. But here we can see Dignitas figuring out what they're going to do next. Of course, you guys at home, if you are watching this, you want to come see it live, go to that website right there. Get your tickets. It will be August 22nd, August 23rd in the Lanxess Arena here in Cologne. Big arena, can't miss it, just go straight to Combessa. Very easy to find. It's a big arch, basically, and you can see it pretty much throughout Cologne.
It's so big, the first time I actually went to Gamescom, I thought that was Gamescom.
Yes, you did, actually.
I did.
Yes.
I got lost for a long time.
And you got in trouble because you were very late.
I was very late, but I thought it's so huge and it's so cool. We've already had the pleasure of going inside and seeing how it's going to look.
Yeah.
It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be something that everyone out there should really experience, whether you're there in person or you're there online watching.
It's the first big arena just for Counter-Strike. Just for Counter-Strike. Obviously, there's been Katowice. Yes, obviously, there's been various gaming tournaments, but at the end of the day, this is the first big, like I'm talking big. This place, it can be 18,000. Obviously, it's not going to be that because you have to put this gigantic stage in place with a big projector screen, etc., etc. So various ends will be chopped off here and there, but as it stands, it's going to be a huge arena. The biggest thing that CSGO has seen individually. It's going to be great to see you guys. I'm interested to see how much support Counter-Strike actually has, because obviously I've covered other games that have filled arenas with ease. I want to see how good the Counter-Strike community can react to this.
Well, when we were Katowice in 14, you heard, actually even in 15, you heard Virtus Pro just cheering them on. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our final game of the day. One of these two teams will make it through the major, and the other will sadly have to go home.
Let's see how it works out. It's going to be Pimp and Kirby over on B site. That's where the bomb is going, but I think they're going to be half expecting this one. AZ and Nico having a good look around mid, realizing nothing is here, but no footsteps are being heard. Kirby now will get...
Oh, that's a nice bait on that
the shots. They haven't heavily rotated on this one. They're not reacting. Kirby's happy to hold them at bay.
They're baiting out the utility. That was phenomenal of them. They got the nade completely out of the hands of Kajerby. And AZ going to be holding onto middle. It's tough for me to say his name. I have to kind of go back to the other way of saying it. But we can see Nico still sitting towards window. And they've got enough people towards A to actually prevent this. KGB actually pushed up in towards B as well. And AZ does get that spot on towards middle, but he's not going to be rushed down just yet. FlipSid are playing this one so safe, and actually World Edit has gone through.
They stood right on top of each other. AZ and World Edit just having going cheek to cheek in jungle there, but they didn't manage to find each other. Meanwhile, they are just going to have to go for duels across the map. Kirby and Pimp are going to be the big defenders right now. Pimp trying to land the shots, having to go for the reload while the rest of his team come around. AZ comes in, gets around the backside, finds the bomb carrier, gets the tag down on Markelov, doesn't manage to finish him off, but AZ on 4 hit points, he's all in his own. Can he get played down? That's the big difference. He can turn it into a one-on-one. World Edit holds the angle at window, and he will manage to pick up the round for FlipSid.
And Dignitas being one of the strongest pistol teams out there, they can't stop FlipSid. That was so damn close though, as AZ did rush that bomb down, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. FlipSid are off to a strong start. Investing into AK for Markelov, going with the SMGs for the rest of the team, minus Davkos on the Tech 9. And Dignitas going with the pistol buyout, but no armor at all. They've got kind of a 3-man stack towards middle. FlipSid, they're going to play this one safe. You know they want to. You know they want to secure these next 2 rounds. Like they should be able to off the back of a pistol. But I feel like, you know, if AZ shows up, if Pimp can hit some of these shots he's been prone to do, this could easily turn in favor of Dignitas.
The last few times these teams have faced each other, the scores have been incredibly close. Actually on this map as well, 16-14, the last recorded score back in June. Blade going to be working his way to underpass. AZ we can see is ready to have a little check there. No monkey business from this man. He's going to be peeking in and out. 4-man stacked on A at the moment. Kirby's the only man over on B side as these SMGs make their way through.
I wonder if Kirby is going to actually just wait and be Halls and let them go past if he has the opportunity to do it. Or if FlipSid will actually rotate and head towards this A side. You can see Blade shooting his teammate there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that one, but flashbang hasn't worked out. Dignitas are keeping their composure, playing this one safe. It looks like it's slowly going to head over towards B. Kirby's already waiting for this one.
He really needs some help. Pimp's going to be the man that rotates. He's coming into kitchen. Kirby, they're going to check the corner, but he manages to get one. Oh, so close to getting Davkos down as well. Puts him down to 6 health. Pimp came through, but was quickly dispatched off. AZ finds a quick head, though. World Edit also tagged off. Don't forget, Davkos is on 6 health. This is effectively a 3-on-2. And there goes World Edit now. Davkos in around sight. This could easily be Dignitas. They managed to pick another one off. Bonding the last man standing. He's going to get dispatched. And Dignitas, with just pistols alone, will take down FlipSid in round 2.
What did I just say, Demon? If they get a couple of kills, they can open things up completely on that. KGB inside B Halls, picks up the first kill, almost gets the second man down to 6 HP, getting that dink off. And a great retake out of Dignitas. They pull off the eco round with just pistols bought up. And now we're going to be going into the next round. They're going to be buying up a lot of M4s. And FlipSid, it looks like they're going to be sitting just on Glocks alone. This is rough for them. They needed a strong start, and Dignitas have pulled it away from them.
Well, concerned looks on FlipSid there between Blade and Bondic. Davkos now got himself a good look around mid. Nico and World Edit going at it. Again, not exactly a complete buy by Dignitas, but they have got their hands on a couple of rifles, and that's what counts. Nico, did he just get a glimpse of Markelov there? I think he did.
The important thing in this round is the Dignitas need to have a clean round without losing any guns. They're up just against pistols. Have a clean round, save all these M4s in this AK. You can get rid of the MP7 a little bit later on and just start off so strong. And if AZ pulls off shots like that with Nico there to back him up, they're going to do just that. And Bondic, now the last man alive, coming out of Palace, he will get mowed down. Not before getting AZ, but that was exactly what Dignitas needed, a triple out of him.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, the triple for AZ. He's going to be able to buy himself straight a book on that one. And that gives good cover. More importantly, the AK got past to him, and Nico picked up the AWP. Now, World Edit with the AWP as well. Let's see what he can do with it. Now, he was taking it to B almost every round, religiously, every time he had the AWP last time. Didn't challenge out window, which is where Nico's holding. And again, World Edit, we see him heading to B.
He's going to be coming through underpass this time. So to me, it shows he wants to challenge out on any aggression Dignitas have gone for. And you can see they pushed 2 people out towards connector. They have Nico sitting tucked in. They did have AZ there to back him up quickly. But there's no way World Edit should be pushing this underpass, especially knowing if he's, especially being the one to lead the charge for his team. At FlipSid, they need to deal with this somehow. Smoke comes in so they can block off window, expecting Nico to be there. But how is Davkos going to go about attacking middle with World Edit off to the side of underpass and already doing some good damage to KGB, forcing him back? That was through the smoke. Oof.
Nico gonna get a look across. World Edit. So close to landing the shot. Grenade doesn't really do the damage. Oh, that little jump.
Why?
To go for it.
There's no reason to do that.
He got tagged. He got hit. Managed to land the shot. Nico down to 62. Now, the bomb has still been left. That's a long way back. If Markelov was to get picked off, because he's going looking, and Kierby has actually gone pretty aggressive in B Apartments. Easy. Got himself a triple, don't forget, from Connector a moment ago. Blade looks towards it, but they're going to check. It's Kierby and Pimp. They're going to be the ones that are going to get challenged.
I think it's Nico. He's not being stopped peeking up towards short. KHB going to be pushed up. He does get taken down by Markov, but are they going to expect Pimp here? He's got 95 health. He's got the damage to pull off. He's looking for the first, but he gets the spray just barely through. But he will fall, only pick it up one. AC to rush. He gets the bomb down. 8 seconds left. Do they have the time for the plant? He's staying alive, and they're going to try to rush him down. Run at it. He's going to have the time to plant the bomb, and now it's going to be a one-on-one. Him up against MSL, up versus M4. And they've got the time to work with. He's got 2 kills under his belt. MSL trying to save the round. He spots him out. Going for the play around the pillars. He's just waiting. But there's the shot out of World to get his 3rd of the round and get FlipSid back on the board with 2.
That could have gone the other way easily, but you got to give credit to FlipSid. Running the clock down, just as they did an overpass against Penta, taking it to the very last second to get that plant in. So close. Now we're going to see AZ on a scout and Dignitas in a little bit of trouble. So, bomb loose once again. Nico actually going through Palace. Bonding ready, waiting for them. Yeah.
This is just standard play. Wait for the other team to push when you know they're going to be on a save. No need to get too aggressive. I mean, think the last gun round that FlipSid had, they lost it. They don't want to throw another.
Well, never underestimate the power of pistols. As we saw FlipSid get caught out by an anti-eco against Killerfish just a moment ago. This exact same situation, not 20 minutes ago, played Davkost. Going to be taking the look up towards Connector, World Edit as well. Should be able to find a shot towards AZ, doesn't land it.
It's dangerous, they're pushing someone in the window. HB can completely shut them down. Oh, he gets completely Molotoved off. He's going to have to back away. He does it silently, though, down to 58 HP. So he takes a little bit of extra damage, but they don't know he's here. And AZ does secure the first kill. And that's going to be onto World Edit, I believe, and towards Connector.
If Kierby had just delayed there, Blade was heading his way with that bomb. AZ landing a couple of those tags. Blade with the bomb, just passing it off to Davkost in underpass, and MSL actually peeks around the corner.
Nico's on the quick rotate.
Got himself a cover. Now, did they see the bomb? That's the question. Nico, as you said, on the rotate. Pimp surely going to get a look towards it. Davkost's going to try and collect that bomb, but the bomb's still loose. There's 11 seconds gone. This is a disaster for FlipSid. What are they doing? They've just let this one go. Just run and hide, Dignitas. That's all you've got to do. Oh, Pimp, he's completely exposed. Bonding going to come around the corner. Just a split second from finding it.
But look what he saved, though. He saved an AWP, and they won the round. Like, that was all an AZ getting that initial kill on the World Edit. Not to mention, they got the bomb down on Catwalk, so it's so damn hard for them to retake it when they had no control of middle.
I don't know how FlipSid lose these rounds. I'm confused. I was confused when they did it against Killerfish. This is something Dignitas have actually done a lot of in the past themselves, so they're going to be well aware of it. But this time, okay, let's see what FlipSid do. Let's speed things up. They've got themselves an AK, a Galil. They're going to be coming straight in. Once again, World Edit getting that peak to B. Markelov with him. They're going to push on through much quicker this time, but...
that nade missed.
Kierby not able to land it. Gets the vision, though, and that's all he needs. Gets that smoke down and slows things... Nico, this time, landing the shot from window.
FlipSid, they have to be kicking themselves. Like, to lose 2 rounds against Eco, you should not have that happen. I mean, if you want to be a team playing at the major against the best teams in the world, you cannot lose those rounds. And this is going to be Dignitas almost cleaning this up with no men going down. Look at that. He peeks around the corner, 2 men immediately there. World Edit now the last man alive. He will get one on a Pimp, so not a bad start for him. But he shouldn't be able to get much more than this.
He's going to get a little dink towards AZ. Nico on point, though, gets himself a triple with the AWP that round. Goes 4-2 as everybody rushes to try and pick up that Tech 9. Dignitas 4-2, good lead for them. FlipSid trying to set things up. Pimp, nice shot to World Edit. And now it's going to be a full eco. What are FlipSid going to do? They need to pull their attention back together.
They need to pull a Dignitas.
Well, not quite so easy on the T side, sadly.
Especially with Nico there. Keeping you at long range, keeping you at arm's length as you try to do any sort of damage. And that nade's going to do some good damage on a Davkost down to 50 HP. I know exactly where they are. You can see Pimp just, or sorry, AZ just waiting for his chance to shine. So he does get one kill to Markelov. And FlipSid should just be falling one by one. They should be cleaning for around for Dignitas, and they should be up now 5-2. Taking a look at their economy really quickly, they're actually relatively healthy. You have AZ at 14 kills. Second closest person on his team is Nico at 7. He's doubled the second place on his team. This man, I've always said about him back when he was on the original like TSM roster when they were Dignitas, he's such a strong player when they picked him up from Reason Gaming, and he's finally getting to really show himself.
Well, can he show it in the biggest place of them all, in the major? That's what's up for grabs between these two teams. AZ and Kiebi going aggressive. World Edit is lined up awaiting this though.
We saw Killerfish do this multiple times against FlipSid and punish them for it, but FlipSid's being wiser about this, slowly going to peek in. What a shot out of World Edit.
That was fantastic. Bondic and Blade with Davkost all waiting for the smoke to clear at Ramp and Palace, and as soon as it does, they're going to push on towards A site. Nico and AZ have to be careful because Markelov is lurking behind them to push up connector. AZ goes aggressive though and finds himself one. Now Bondic's going to push on through, but they realize that AZ is going to be in dark. Blade has to find him. He's going to flash himself out. There's going to be a pop flash. Tries to creep around the corner into Tetris. Knows there's one around Ramp. He does manage to find him, and that's the bomb carrier.
Oh my.
AZ is absolutely wrecking FlipSid. Gets himself another easy triple. I'd say easy triple. He makes it look easy, but it was incredible.
This man, the important thing is he got the initial kill and then he stayed alive to just keep FlipSid back. The rush on towards Ramp was phenomenal. Still 37 seconds left on the clock, so it could potentially pull something off, but he's against 3 people. They know exactly where he is now. Nico just do a quick turnaround for a quick kill. And Dignitas are now in the lead 6-2. And now I just start thinking about, potential pauses. There's a lot of tactical pauses that come out. We've seen FlipSid pull one earlier on today where they had to use it and eventually came back up against Penta. Maybe it's getting close to that time. I think if they drop, 1 or 2 more rounds, they might need to sit there and talk things over about what we need to do differently. They can't continue to let Dignitas build up this steam, build this momentum. And
the big worry for FlipSid is they've already proven that they can struggle on CT side. Killerfish have already proved this point by going 10-5 against them just this morning. AZ pops out, gets himself another easy one on Markelov, MSL, Nico, everybody chiming in, everybody getting a frag, equaling things up across the board. Blade, the last man, just going to run straight into the crosshairs of Pimp. Almost got him down there, but it's another clean one for Dignitas. 7-2, they are cruising.
The thing is, like FlipSid, in the beginning, their big control was locking down middle. Like trying to get in full control of that. They've done that multiple times, but now Dignitas have shown some sign of force there. They've actually pulled them away from this direction, so they're not really able to stack out in the middle, get that control, and use that as their pivot point. Now they're forced to go, all right, well, underpass, that's the route we're going to need to push through. Maybe Palace, maybe a ramp. They're really keeping FlipSid, on their heels, and they're not letting him get comfortable, but that's a great shot of World Edit. Let's get Nico finally down.
That's the jewel
they've been able to control middle again.
Yeah, that's something we haven't seen. We haven't seen World Edit going for those shots on towards Nico. Finally challenging out window. Maybe that's what they've just called for. Bondic, we saw him shouting out the instructions there. Let's get control of mid, perhaps. World Edit, time to actually step up and fill your AWP in position. He is top fragger so far for FlipSid, but that's not exactly a great position because across the board they are struggling, and he's got the half the kills that AZ does so far.
Nice smoke on a jungle. That's allowing them to push up.
They've read this well
if they want to. But this is a fake. They're selling this one. And yeah, like I said, Dignitas have read it. They have 3 people towards B. They're ready for this. You have MSL able to hold on by himself. They got to be careful of Davkost, who is making his way through jungle. He could come through kitchen directly behind Dignitas.
Yeah, they could switch things up.
I don't think they know it's there either. No one's even looking towards him. If he plays this one safe, that he can completely catch Dignitas off guard. This could be a route for FlipSid.
They're all in good positions to cover off, though. If you look across, AZ, Kiebi, and Pim, all covered off from kitchen. Davkost is going to creep on through. Kiebi's not exposed. Oh, well, there we go. That's the man at bench. Now that's the problem. Pim's going to get caught in the crossfire. They've caught every position out. Markelov pushes on through. He gets himself a triple, gets that plant down. It's just MSL to come bursting through onto site. He's not even going to be able to get Markelov down. Davkost will. And that's the answer that FlipSid needed. And it all started off with World Edit getting the AWP on Nico in mid.
And Dignitas put too much faith in that read onto FlipSid. They had MSL actually at toll booth. He got smoked off towards jungle, and they kind of just sat there like, all right, well, they're not gonna. There's no way they're gonna do it. There's no way someone's gonna push through jungle in towards kitchen. And yeah, he wasn't that impactful. It wasn't like Davkost really opened up the B site, but they had the kind of wrong read for some reason, at least on that man individually. If he would have taken a little bit more time, he could have opened up the site himself. But either way, that was a great entry by FlipSid, and they do pick up another round. But just going to make sure those cords are plugged in nice and tight on the back of the screen.
Yeah, to be fair, the admin did tell them first thing this morning, if you want to pull your screens forward to your face, give us a shout, because cable-wise, you will be yanking them. Make sure you don't pull them out. And that's maybe what they've just done, because as you can see, they are all pulled up to their faces. Kind of expected. It's gamers. Got to get close, but the admin's just going to come out and double-check things. They've said they're ready. So let's get things back underway. Dignitas leading 7-3. Now they have gone for a bite. It's going to be a double AWP. Pimp and Nico.
Was that a miss buy?
Was that a miss buy? They've thrown it back on the floor. What?
I mean, no, he's trying to move it over towards kitchen, so maybe he wants to hold towards kitchen with the AWP and switch over to the M4 right after. I think that was a miss buy, but they're trying to use it to their advantage, yeah, somehow. So you can just AWP and then switch over the M4 and push in if he wants to. But FlipSid might not give him the opportunity, and it's a little bit worrisome for me is that...
Nico had an aid, I think.
Well, if FlipSid's whole strategy that last round was to kill Nico in window, you can't always bank on that always happening. You can't always bank on picking up that one.
AZ's gone aggressive. AZ's gone aggressive, peeking around the corner. Davkos is there, but AZ's just checked the angle. He will manage to come out on top. AZ is winning these duels every single time, and that's going to cause a problem. World Edit goes down. That's the AWP on AWP action. Nico this time boosted on Tollbooth. They did lose control of the middle. Bondic comes bursting through, though. Gets himself a double. MSL will react. And this is a tricky situation. As Blade goes down, Markelov, as you said, that was the bomb loose. MSL comes around the corner, gets himself another. And Dignitas make it 8-3. FlipSid, they'd adjusted the tactics. They were challenging out Nico. Nico got caught in that middle, backed up, adjusted. And an AZ happened.
Again, you look at AZ. What does he do this round? Instead of sitting connector, he actually pushes a ramp, gets an easy kill on a Davkos. He's at 19-6. This man is phenomenal. He has 5 MVPs for his team on top of that. He's really a standout player for Dignitas and really good much credit.
Oh my God, once again, they switch it up again. MSL pushes on through there. AZ is with him. AZ and Bondic. This is a vital duel because this could very well be the round for whoever wins it. It's easy once again. He didn't even get tagged out, finds the head, gets himself his 20th frag in the 12th round. Incredible stuff from that man.
Almost 2 kills a round. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely insane to have. But FlipSid.
It's exactly what you need when your team's on the verge of qualifying for a major as well.
You have to kind of look at the fact that, you know, he was playing with Fetish before in the last qualifier, and now he's with MSL. And they've been, you know, definitely a different team, definitely a better team. I think they've definitely improved since that point. But FlipSid, we can't count them out just yet. And a great comeback in that last game before letting Killerfish have a strong showing. But you can't count them out. They have 3 people alive. You still have World Edit with the AWP. He hasn't been that effective, I have to say. Like he hasn't been terrible on the AWP, but he hasn't really had the opportunity to shine just yet because of the way Dignitas are playing, and that's going to be him going down. But Markelov will get the trade. Now it's going to be a 2-on-3, but Nico will shut that down immediately. Now it's just Davkos in a 1-on-3,
Look at that
and
bomb.
He can't even get the bomb.
The bomb's trapped. He can't get it. Oh no, disaster. And now Davkos, I mean, he's in a 1-on-3 anyway, but if you can't get the bomb, you can't even get a plant, and you can't get anything, right? Rescue something from the round. He's just going to go kamikaze style, see what he can pick up. He's going to try and rush down Nico. He knows he's got an AWP. He's going to realize there's somebody else around CT. Finds Nico, but that AWP will get rescued. Pimp comes in. And again, it's another for Dignitas. 9-3. AWP getting traded. This time, Pimp doesn't fancy it.
I would have thought that, like, oh my God, 184 average damage per round. That's basically killing 2 people.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, but well, either way, FlipSid, they're now down 9-3. Keep in mind, guys, the winner of this game goes into the major, and the loser is going to be out and won't have an opportunity to be participating in ESL 1 Cologne. Dignitas, they failed, unfortunately, last time in Katowice. FlipSid, they did qualify through, but now they're here for revenge, and they're looking good. Pimp with opening up onto Davkos. It's just going to be an eco to FlipSid, so you're expecting that 10-3 scoreline, and it's sure as hell going to happen.
Yeah, they're finding heads right now. Dignitas are on target. It's going to be 10-3. And FlipSid are having some serious issues. It's not unsurmountable, though. If they can pick up another 2 T sides, then okay, it's doable. It's doable. You get a good CT side. Markelov with a quick tag onto Nico. Again, he will get rescued with ease.
Thing is, their most successful rounds have been towards B, if I'm not mistaken. Actually getting into the site with some nice entry kills. It's AZ who just has that unknown factor that keeps catching off guard with, you know, a cheeky push towards ramp, a cheeky push towards connector, even towards Palace with a 2-man push. They can't get a good read on him. So what should they do? Maybe just stick towards that B play. They had phenomenal entries before.
And you say that. You mentioned the fact that B's going there. No, Kirby, I think Kirby's getting bored. He's only got 2 kills, but that's just because they've not been coming his way. He's only got 6 deaths, but he's only got 2 kills. He's just not seen action over on B's side. I think he'd welcome somebody coming his way. As it is, it's mid again. Blade goes down, and well, things are all going Dignitas' way. AZ's in window this time. He's just changing his positions where he wants to.
Again, I mean, if you have one person on fire like this, why not play around that man? Like, there's no reason to not. He feels like a god. Let him play like that. Let him go exactly where he feels like it, and let him carry you to victory. You're at 10-3. This is the first half still. And you could potentially pull off a 12-3 scoreline at this rate when you already have this man advantage. But it looks like the hit's going to come towards A. Markov trying to cause a little bit of distraction in underpass.
They haven't yet done a single set smoke play.
We haven't seen that much today, to be honest, out of any teams, funny enough. It seems like a lot of teams have shied away from that, just more aggressive play, you know, nice pushes through smokes. They're really worried of getting counter flash and counter smoked when they do try to enter on the sites. The times we have seen it, there's been just perfect counter flashes every time. I think teams have finally caught on to how that works, but we do have 2 smokes. MSL's getting very aggressive. Oh, they just threw the nades in too, because if he stays tucked in nice and tight, he can completely catch him off guard when they come in. And the Molotov coming, going to delay. He's going to pick up that first kill, and he gets it. He's going to hold back Bondic onto the second, and they only have 20 seconds left to work with.
Oh, and then Nico manages to get the carrier down. MSL, did Nico just shoot Nico?
Almost.
Shoot MSL, I think he did. Markolov, the only man standing, he's going to try and push on through, but Kievi finally comes out of B side to get himself a kill. He was getting a little bored over there, wanted a bit of action. 11-3 the score. Dignitas having a fantastic CT side here against FlipSid. They are arguably 1 step away from entering the major. Just 5 rounds is all they require. And we're into the final one here on the CT side.
All right, well, here we go. We do have FlipSid by anything they could possibly muster up. 2 Tech 9s, 2 Galils in the AK, and Davkos has no utility to work with. Not even head armor. And the Dust are not short at all, and that's going to keep them back again. And you can see FlipSid are trying to actually group up to head towards B because they realize that's the only site they've been successful on. KJB might be a little bit cold now because of the lack of action, like you were saying before, getting bored at that B site. Looks like they start to charge through it. They have a lot of time to work with, so not in any hurry. They can bait in a lot of this utility, and you have Bondic still over towards Palace. You have Blade now rotating back towards middle, and they're looking for maybe a catch somewhere to rotate this bomb back towards A.
They went for the window smoke. Is it going to be the rotate? Are they going to go B? Are they going to try and gain control and push through short?
I think Bondic actually went back to go through that. So they're trying to fake, or trying to sell a fake towards A, and the bomb's already made its way towards B. They force Pip to rotate. They have Nico back in spawn as well. This is looking good for FlipSid if they can just get in towards this B site.
Pip from short gets himself 1. Can he get the second? Blade's going to be the man that pushes round. Yes, he can. Cuts him down. Now he knows they're coming. He heard the footsteps. He's just going to get that reload off, and he could catch them all in the crosses. Kirby finally gets a little bit of action, and he's happy to find the heads of FlipSid as they push on through. Nico finishes things off. 12-3. What a great half from Dignitas on the CT side. Couldn't hope for better.
All right, so now we're going to be moving on towards the second half. Now it's going to come down to, I think, Davkos, if they want to keep FlipSid's hopes up. He is going to have to perform. We saw him overpass against Penta. He had so many great shots, so many great up-close and personal shots, too. But can they come back from a 12-3 scoreline? That's going to be the real question for them. Their hopes are on the line for this next major. And I'm not sure if this is possible to come back from. I feel like if any team could do it, it could be FlipSid, but I think Dignitas are just on a whole nother level right now. When I say Dignitas, I mean AZ. This man is at 24-7. Next closest is Nico at 15, who's just been locking down everywhere with the AWP.
I wish I could speak Danish, because there's some crisp, clear instructions coming out from Dignitas here. The book of info in front of them, basically laying down exactly what they've got to do. 12-3. What an incredible first half for Dignitas. They just need 4 rounds and they'll be into Cologne. Can they do it? The pistol round. Something they had incredible stats on, honestly, coming into this one, yet they've actually, I'm struggling to think that they picked up a pistol round in this tournament so far. Everyone I've commentated on, they've lost, which actually showed in Pimp's Rage. But then they moved into the second round and picked up a quick pistol against the SMGs. So they have it in them. Clear communication.
I like the way that they're staying calm. They're talking things over. All right, how do we want to do this? We don't want to give FlipSid a finger, because if we do that, they're going to take our whole arm. They can come back from this. They've done it before. Again, most of the games between these two teams have been so damn close.
It's 16-14. By the way, not Gambit Gaming. Let's calm things down.
But they have been close. It was like 16-14 was the last time they did meet, and that was back in June. So there's definitely potential to come back from this one. You're on the LAN environment, you got the low pings, you got everything that can go your way. But can they cool down easy?
Well, he's got 24 kills already. Could easily go hit 30 bomb. I think Kirby wants to get involved in the action. We saw at the end there, picked himself up a couple of girls.
The thing is, he's 5 and 6.
God, they're finally coming to B. So no, it's not. It's not the fact that he's not got the kills.
Yeah.
He just didn't see. He was bored. I mean, fair play to him for staying there. But you say 5 and 6. He's almost got a 1 KDA, but they've just not been going his way. They just didn't hit B site at all. Everything was getting cut off in the middle. And just get that little bit of grunge music in there once again. It's Mirage, ladies and gentlemen. 12-3 to Dignitas.
If you could cast a whole round like that, I'd be very impressed. But
I could. I'd blow my voice though.
They're going straight towards A. They want a quick hit. They have a smoke and 2 flashbangs to work with, so expecting maybe a smoke off. Well, usually you run 2 smokes when you go for this kind of strategy of smoking off stairs and jungle. But they might catch them off. You have Blade and Bondic here, and they're going to push straight through. Bondic now spying them out. They're going to call for the rotates any moment. Now the smoke has come in. They're flashing up towards CT, completely blocking off jungle. And you can see Markov trying to connect bullets. He does get MSL down to 50 and Easy down to 60, but no kills have been traded. Finally, Markov comes up the kill on Nico. The bomb has been planted. He gets MSL down to 22 health, and FlipSid, they could pull this one off. It comes down to the retake. They have the kit.
Kirby's going to make the journey all the way around to Palace. MSL holding them off from ramp here. AZ's going to go down. This has got to be a great retake for FlipSid.
KGB, he's rotating middle. He's trying to go for the short hold. He's not going to make it. They're already sticking it.
He's got a kit as well. There's no chance he's going to make it in time. So that was sloppy from Dignitas. It was a good take, but a terrible hold. Oh, team kill at the end there. Got himself a double in the end. I'll take it.
Yeah. And you see a cheeky smell on Markov there. But yeah, that was a interesting attempt at Dignitas. Again, they're up 12-4. They still have a huge lead, so it's not like a pistol round's going to screw them over, but you don't want to give momentum over to FlipSid.
And don't forget, they won the second round with pistols last time, Dignitas.
Twice.
Well, it's going to be an underpass rush coming straight around top. They're going to be piling in towards Connector. Blade's going to be the man there. Markov on short. Oh, it's all short. Everything going short. They've smoked off Connector. But Blade has got that little angle. That's all he needs. He manages to find himself one. Markov goes down. Davkov's going to peek around window. That could be crucial. Should get a couple of shots on towards him as they push on short. Wilden, it's going to be the difference. As he comes rushing around, sprays down, gets a triple. Thank you very much. A lot of cash in the bank.
All right, so 12-5. FlipSid, not out of it just yet. They're starting to build up some steam. Dignitas is going to be on the buy. They got the bomb down the first round. They got the AKs. They don't have a lot of utility behind this. They do have 3 smokes, so we might actually see a set hit towards one of these sites. I'm expecting over towards A, but I think they're getting a lot of control in middle, and with that smoke that KGB just threw down, they're going to be able to pick it up.
Now, Kirby, the only man all alone with the bomb going towards Palace, while the rest of his team get control of middle. Now, if Bondic was to challenge,
that's miscommunication. The double smoking towards window. Something's going on in their columns. That should not have happened. But like you're saying, you have KGB over towards Palace looking to come in towards this A site. You have 2 men pushing up connector. The nade gonna do some work. Look at that health just disappear on a Dignitas. And FlipSid have the first kill of the round.
Kirby's desperate to get out and get involved. MSL's got himself that boost, so he's going to come around jungle. Will catch out Davkos. Now they know that he's there. And also, meanwhile, that's going to be Kirby going down. He got a kill in the meantime, but World Edit causing problems coming through Kitchen. Gets himself the shot. MSL all alone in a 2-on-1. And it's Markov from short that will finish the round. And they're going to have to keep the ball rolling. That's 3 rounds already. They've got to get many, many more on the CT side to try and even things up.
Yes, they do. They won the first gun round. That's a good start for them. Dignitas is going to be on the pistols. We saw them pick up the second round on that CT side. Even the, I think that was a 5th round with just pistols alone. And I think FlipSid, they just need to make sure they can maintain every single gun. Have a clean round here. Put yourself at 7. Get that economy built up. And now you're going to do some good work. Pimp down to 15 HP, and they're mowing them down as Blade picks up 2.
They are fast when it comes to pistol. They don't hang around, just rushing straight in there. Markov padding his stats out nicely, gets himself another double. So 12-7. Back to the rifles, back to the AKs. Get that round out your mind, and let's see if we can pick one up for Dignitas here. 12-7. Just 4 to gain, but FlipSid, you've got to be careful. While they do lose out quick rounds and they do wipe it from their memories, it is another round on the board for FlipSid, and they can clock up quickly.
And, one thing Pansy pointed out earlier on, Dignitas have definitely matured as a team. She was pointing out Pimp used to be, very on tilt, but he's really overcome that recently. But I hope he doesn't go back to his old ways potentially in this game, and the team doesn't just crumble when they're so close to getting to a major. They were here last time, back in Katowice trying to qualify, and they couldn't do it then. That was back with Fetish.
I'm pretty sure he's been working off a lot of that testosterone down the gym. There's no doubt about it.
He looks phenomenal. He really does. Kudos to this man.
Calm yourself, Jason. Calm yourself. Markelov, he's in a great position to cut down MSL and Nico. I think they're going to check his corner, though. He's going to be able to get himself out of there. He's still alive. How is he managing to live? They're still going to keep on pushing him, but he backs away. They finally catch him, and it's AZ, of course, that gets himself a double to keep his score increasing. Davkos is pushing forward. Pip's going to come around the corner, but Davkos manages to shut him down. He knows he's got another down shot. He finds the bomb carrier. 45 seconds on the clock. It's AZ that's going to have to go superhero, but Davkos is just mowing them down, and Kierby suddenly finds himself all alone, and not a wing or a prayer, because Davkos has his bomb in his sights.
Kierby, he's going to go for the spray, down to 20 health. He will fall, and FlipSid off the back of Davkos, off the back of that man alone on this CT side up, has saved the round. And this is something that we saw FlipSid do against Penta. This man on CT side up is just fantastic, and he keeps so calm under pressure. And if they can keep this pace up, they're only 4 rounds away. It was a 12-3 first half, David. Like this, they are getting so close, picking up 5 rounds now.
I mean, it's 10 rounds back-to-back so far for FlipSid, so do not rule them out. While that 12-3 score was pretty big, it's not over yet. World Edit and Markelov are in a great position. The Dignitas pistol train is coming their direction.
These nades have been so on point.
Doesn't manage to land on this, but oh no, fire, just click, just click. That's all you need to do. Gets himself a double. Markelov now with the cross, gonna catch Kierby mid-air, and it's gonna be AZ. Gets a good tag actually. Will go down eventually. There we go. So, nothing lost for FlipSid. 12-9. This is getting closer and closer. These rounds are going fast and furious. And now, 11 rounds running. I mean, actually, if you take away that one dip, I tell a lie, I'm stupid.
It happens. I know what you're going for. It's all good. We can talk about this. We can just change the subject completely. AZ,
no,
ended at 24 kills. I'm trying to get you out of this.
I want to make sure everyone knows that I am stupid, because I was, for some reason, we're looking at Dignitas' CT rounds back a moment ago. What a dick.
But AZ, 2 kills and 6 rounds. The man who was on fire on that CT side is struggling on this T side half. The entire team is, and FlipSid are now 3 rounds away from tying things up. We do see the op picked up for Nico. It was pretty damn impactful on the CT side with it. I'm going to find out if Davkos can challenge him. Actually, it's funny enough, FlipSid are not challenging middle. They're giving up full control of this. They're letting Dignitas, gain this little bit of momentum in the center of the map, gain this map control, and then work off the back of that and kind of counter them when they come through, connector, counter flash, counter smoke, keep them away, keep them at arm's length, and let the op do work. Davkos is going to be over towards CT spawn, rotating back towards Toll Booth, and this might be exactly what they need. If they can get there quick enough, they can shut down this push into connector, but they're coming straight through, piling, and Bondik's going to be the first to fall.
Oh, Blade gets the glimpse, but he doesn't land the shot. AZ and Kierby do. Blade still in jungle, completely smoked off away from his team. Bomb plant comes in, and Dignitas have a 5-man hold on this site. Now, they gave it up last time, but this time it's only a 3-man retake for FlipSid. Markelov from connector, Blade from jungle, and World Edit from CT spawn. He's going to be the man who will make his move in there, but he's going to get taken down with ease. Markelov does get himself a single on Kierby. That's taking down the palace cover, but there's 4 guns aimed, trained in his direction, and Markelov realizes it's an unwinnable situation. It is finally going to be the first T-side round for Dignitas, 13-9.
Yes, it will. So finally, Dignitas able to get something going on this T-side. You see AZ able to pick up a kill in that round finally. AJB as well. Kierby, sorry, had a pretty strong round there. FlipSid able to save a couple guns, able to maintain the op on a Davkos. Able to maintain that full buy. I'm curious to see if FlipSid are going to challenge out in middle, though, because they went up so quickly towards connector. We didn't have Davkos in position towards Toba to shut that down. He got there, but he was being shot from Palace because Bondik died immediately on the challenge. Unless they're going to have a little bit of a set take out of Dignitas, they're going to be very fast about this. Bondik and Blade playing very close to sight, and Davkos going to be off towards jungle to help out.
Oh, Bondik in dark could be vital. Kierby's going to come around. Davkos will find him. Bondik does pop out and get one, but Nico quickly trades that back. Blade finds another great shot. Davkos gets another, and the last man, Nico, on Tetris, on no help at all, will get dropped by the nade of Davkos. And FlipSid pick up their 10th round.
That's what happens when Davkos is there with the op, finally able to use it.
I'm going to be honest, I'd almost written FlipSid off after that first half, but Dignitas are in serious trouble, I feel, here. Because FlipSid are just running through them on CT.
Well, that was just all due to a great kill to Davkos and then a great flash to follow up with, because he kept the guy's shadow alive for a long time, and then the flash in towards Palace, he had the guy insight towards the fireboxes to help actually pick up quite a few kills, or at least slow them down. But they're not going to have Davkos this time. They're going to go for a quick hit on towards B. They have set smokes and flashes ready to rain over. And looks like a charge straight to this world. It's going to have a heap of trouble knocking on his door. The flash going to come in perfectly to slow them down. It's going to buy him a lot of time. And there's Marklev able to pick up one. Rudit gets one as well. And he's going to be taken out eventually. And that's going to be the B side taken. But Davkos charging straight through the up. He gets the point-blank range kill on Nico. The bomb has not been planted, and Blade's here to help out.
Should not be making those shots. AZ finally deals with Davkos, but it was at a heavy cost. He's down to just 9 health and will get taken out. 13-11, just a 2-round differential now from an incredible CT side for Dignitas. We are looking at an incredible CT side for FlipSid. They've only dropped one so far on this CT side. They are running away with this one. Dignitas, I think they're starting to get a little worried.
I think they should be. It's going to be 13-12 after this round, and damn it, Davkos, he is so damn good in these high-pressure situations. Who the hell with an op would push out of kitchen when he knows there's 3 people there and is still able to pick up a kill? Pimp does get one, though, on the push towards A. And looks like the bomb might get planted, but Davkos gets the second, and he will get saved by Marklev onto the third. The bomb will get planted, but they still will clean this one up, and it still will be 12-13 in favor of Dignitas still.
They're 9-1 so far, FlipSid, on the CT side.
Thing is, you would think 12-3 scoreline CT side. You're like, all right, well, that's easy. Good game, 4 rounds. That should be easy. But FlipSid, off the back of that great pistol round start, have started to gain a lot of steam, a lot of momentum. They've got the op in the hands of Davkos, who looks so freaking comfortable at this time. He had some great plays over towards A. He's had some great plays over towards B. He's really melding this team together, and you can see everyone is stepping up at this point. AZ is really struggling on this T side. He's at 29 kills. He's got, I think it is 5 kills in the entirety of this half.
Yeah, but if you're going to drop a 30 bomb and you lose, that's not exactly heartwarming. And let's not forget Dignitas. They came so close and lost out in the Katowice offline qualifiers. Bondic finding a perfect head and a perfect opportunity. AZ, though, comes out of Palace, gets himself 1 kill. Can he get more as Davkos lines himself up? Bondic with a molly, finds himself one on Pimp, Blade with another. MSL, Kirby does manage to get the plant down. AZ has been dropped, Davkos gets another. Kirby in a 1v4, almost an impossible situation, will get cutted out. And this, ladies and gentlemen, will be 13-13 timeout. Indeed, absolutely paused. YNK is thinking, holy cow, just please just call a timeout, because this is a disaster for FlipSid, for Dignitas right now. FlipSid are just spanking them, and if you look at the rounds, you know, even the rounds they've won, they're not losing people. They're keeping 4 men alive, 3 men alive. It's quite regular. These are not close rounds for Dignitas right now. Yeah, hands down. And Dignitas are struggling to get these entries into the sites. You know, they've had a couple of set executes. Didn't work out. Davkos was able to stop them. They do finally smoke off jungle there to delay him, to hold him back, but then they forget about everyone else on the team coming in from CT spawn, pushing through staircase. They need to find a strategy to work with, and I think it might come down towards B. A's just been shut down time and time again. The rounds they have won was because of mistakes FlipSid made, because they're able to pull, mistakes FlipSid made, because they're able to pull FlipSid away from that A site and then go a straight hit onto it. They need to change things up. They tried the aggression just in this last few rounds. It hasn't worked out. They tried the slow pay. It hasn't worked out. They need to do something a little different. I think that middle control is definitely the start. Maybe get someone in towards window who can get some sort of control going. They need to maybe pincer on jungle, close off Davkos. This is the man who's been just stopping them every single time on these rounds. Just been completely shut it down with the AWP. They need to do something to stop him. They need something to get him out of the game to open up these rounds. 10-1 so far on the CT side. The unpause coming back through. Dignitas really have to sort something out. Don't leave him hanging. There we go. Davkos waiting for that high five or low five. I don't know what you actually call it when it's down there.
Down low.
Down low, I guess.
Low five.
Yeah.
It's just casters, we don't have high fives. We do fist bumps and other things that we won't need to talk about. Anyways, that
just sounds worse than it actually is.
It does actually sound way worse, but it doesn't matter because the game, it's a close one. Davkos going for the peek towards middle, will be naded back. I won't have the opportunity to actually go for anything here, but we will have Blade there to help him out. And you're going to see the investment out of Dignitas. They don't want to let this round go. They don't have a lot of utility left to work with.
You talked about this earlier, you know, they're happy to give up mid-control FlipSid because they know they can get full control of the sites. It's Pim that's going to go through underpass. 4 members of Dignitas, all at mid. Kierby all alone once again. The Lone Ranger coming out of Palace. They have to get either Davkost or Markelov down. Markelov's got himself tucked away just out of short.
I would think a nice flash through a smoke would really help out, because Davkost has been not afraid to play up close, as you can see, not afraid to play behind a smoke, just waiting with AWP for you to actually be in vision. You flash him out, you rush him down, he's going to be out of the game. He's going to be out of this round.
Great timing from that flash. Just as Dignitas were going to peek at connector, the flash out a window, caught them all just as they peeked across, and it gave FlipSid the entire view they needed. They knew everybody was there. They had good vision. Now, the smokes have run out at Palace, so it's down to Kierby. Can he be that lurker? They're going to push on through jungle. Here we go.
See? They're going away from Davkost, and Blade's able to pick up one. They now have this area locked down. They're going to get the kill on Davkost, checking over towards connector. Kierby coming up big. Bondic, though, still towards A ramp. He could come up huge. There's the first kill to Pep, looking for the second. He can't connect. Nico still on 26 HP.
And they're going to worry about him. They have to deal with him, but they're not. Bondic's managing to cut them down. Markelov comes in. Nico all alone. Bomb plant down, but he's going to have to tuck himself away in dark. Tries to go for the flash out. Not going to work out. FlipSid will pick up another round. It's now 11-1 on the CT side. It's panic stations, ladies and gentlemen, for Dignitas.
I'm having bad flashbacks to just a few months ago at Katowice, Demon. Dignitas, they were so close to being able to qualify, and just when it came down to their final game, they choked. Something happened, and they weren't able to close out the game. This is a team who's so damn strong. This is a team who can beat the best in the world, who can push them to their limits. But when the pressure's on the line, and the stakes of a major are sitting there waiting for them in their grasp, something just breaks inside of them. They need to change things up. They need to adapt ASAP, or they're going to be going home.
Absolutely. They are in serious, serious trouble. Oh my word, what are Dignitas going to do about this? 12-3 they were on the CT side. They were cruising, they were in fantastic shape. FlipSid were looking down and out, but they have just come back and punched right back into Dignitas' face. And they have not responded in any way. Kierby once again, the Lone Ranger, to go over towards Palace.
Thing is, last
they're trying the same things. Well, it did work. They got in and got the plant, but they got annihilated on the hold, and they haven't been able to hold. They've got a plant down, I think 3 or 4 times when they've had at least 4 members alive. And again, it's just not worked. This time, are they going to finally clear out window? Are they going to clear out jungle? Because that's what they were lacking last time. And more importantly, they didn't expect Bondic to be on ramp.
Well, they definitely didn't that time. And here we go. We have man boost up in a window. Looks like they're going to try to get rid of Davkost at any cost. Blade will go down. AZ opens up. This is exactly KB opens up as well. This is 2 men, not down. Bondic alive. He's going to fall, and this is exactly what Dignitas need. They're going to be able to tie up this round if they can just close it out. And with shots like that, with one at the last man alive, it's going to be a tie game at 14 apiece. Something inside Dignitas has woken up. And if they can keep this momentum going, they could be looking at match point.
FlipSid have enough money to buy up and buy up again.
Hell yeah.
So they don't need to worry about rifles. Dignitas have to do this all over again, but this is their 2nd round on the T side and their 1st in the last 6. It's been a real struggle for Dignitas. Now remember, 12-3 was the score that Dignitas managed to create. They only need 1 more to try and match that for FlipSid. Well, he's getting tagged and shot from every direction, will get taken down. Rifle loss, not going to be a great big deal for him. Dignitas only lost 1. Their bank themselves wasn't looking exactly great, but 14-14. It's match point for whoever takes this one, and then the pressure will absolutely be on. It's like a cooker here.
Think about the mental strain on FlipSid too, because they had an overtime, and they had 2 16-14 games. Like, they must be so tired. Davkost gets the leg onto AZ, will be naded back, but they get the early damage in. Blade, can he connect? He's being rushed down, forcing out the Incinerator, but he was going to die completely through the wall. This is looking phenomenal for Dignitas.
AZ managing to finally open things up here. They managed to take down Markelov on short as well. This is all going Dignitas' way, but Bondic sat ready and waiting, causing problems. And now the fight back happens. Davkost with the nade makes it into a 3-on-3. World Edit sitting at short. He's got Pimp, MSL, and Nico coming his way. Davkost has this in a perfect crosshair. He's in a great situation. They're going to find one. Davkos gets himself another. World Edit does go down. And Davkos reacts once again. And ladies and gentlemen, FlipSid are now on match point. What an incredible CT side. And the shock very much on Dignitas' face.
This is something that's plagued them so many times. Dignitas, they had 2 early kills, and yet they still lost at round 3 or 5v3. They needed to just sit back. They had so much time to work with. There was no need to rush this down. And FlipSid, like you just said, 1 round away from getting back into the majors where they were last time, and Dignitas are 1 round away from going home. They bought up everything they possibly could. There's not really a lot to show for it, not a lot of utility either. But they have the time, they have this final round. Can they pull it into overtime?
Bondit going aggressive. He's looked down ramp. He's going to get all the information, say there's no one here, guys. They're either in mid or B, and that is exactly where they're placed. Now, Davkos is going to back off. They're going to get himself round towards B. It's looking like it might be possibly a B hit. Where's Kierby going with that bomb?
I would love to see a B hit from this. If they can smoke off connector and rush up short, they're doing just that.
Yep.
Davkos 2 men ready.
Davkos has got it lined up. This is what stopped them a moment ago. They've got to deal with him. They've got to try and put something in his path because he's just going to cut them down. AZ once again gets the opener. That puts him on 34 kills. Surely Dignitas, can they do this one? They're going to get in onto site. The bomb plant going down. Blade comes around. Manages to get one from Kitchen. He's got to catch them out. It's a 4-on-2. Dignitas have to hold this to take it to overtime. Nico shuts him down. One more, it's all they need. Bondit, he's turned in so much trouble. But he's got himself into 1-on-3. He hasn't got time for this one. He has to try and get in and get the defuse. He's got himself a kit. He's just trying to draw anyone out. Anyone's attention. Everybody's hiding from him. And that is going to be overtime. Dignitas do it. They match it. It's a 12-3 half for both teams. By God, Dignitas, they really struggled to make that work.
You can finally see, though, they changed things up so drastically at the end. They went for the 3-man stack towards middle, smoked off connector, rushed straight up towards short where there's 3 men waiting, but that could have gone completely on its head. If Davkos hit those shots towards short, which he's done in the past, he's done in prior rounds, that would have been completely different. That would have been FlipSid going through into the major, but Dignitas, they make it work. Going over overtime, what a way to end our first day. This is only Group A. We still have Group B to come tomorrow with so many phenomenal teams to find our last 2 teams coming from Europe.
FlipSid have been going through the grinder, and actually, you know what? Looking at their previous few matches, they're going to be probably a little unlucky, the fact that they've gone to overtime once again. It's the second time today. Yep. They're the only other team that's gone to overtime.
And 2 16-14s against Killerfish.
But AZ, the man on the right there, his carry pants are very much on. 35 kills for that man so far. And as we move into MR3, 10K overtime.
The thing is, AZ's proven to be really good on the CT side. This is not the first time I've seen him kind of struggle on the T side. Like, he's had so many great games, on Mirage in particular, being able to play aggressive, being able to play so many different positions. But he kind of struggled. You know, he's at 35 kills. He got 11 kills on the T side. He had 24 on the CT.
He did also
11's not bad.
He also got every single entry that in the rounds that Dignitas won.
I mean, it's, yeah. I feel like they were able to work around him a little bit more. I think they work around Kierby a little bit more on the T side, allow him to lurk, but maybe they change things up. Like, all right, well, we need to make it so AZ can really help carry the team. But, I mean, 11 kills T side, 24 on CT. You can see there's something a little bit different for him there. But, you know, credit to Dignitas to really dig themselves out of that hole, because it was starting to snowball against them. They were up 12-3. It should have been maybe a closed-out game for them, but even when the going got bad, even when it looked really terrible for them, they focused up. They banded together as a team, and they tied things up. So they stopped FlipSid from pulling out a win.
If they're digging themselves out the hole, does that mean they're flipping the tables onto
their sides?
No.
Okay. I give up on puns. I'm like the worst pun person.
I wasn't sure which way you were going with it, honestly, whether it was just a Freudian slip there, but either way, it is overtime. We are just waiting for one member of, I think it's Dignitas actually, but you can see they're stood up, they're discussing this, they're figuring things out.
Well, the thing is, we're going on to the same side, so FlipSid's still going to be on CT. Like I said, MR3, 10,000.
Yeah.
Dignitas going to be back on the T side. They finally got some momentum going at the end of the game. I think they picked up the last 2.
Which, you know, obviously they're starting out on T side, as you're saying. If they can get something, and we said, you know, they're relying heavily on AZ to get the openers.
Yeah, like once they get CT side, they should be fine. Like they should be able to pick up quite a few rounds. But the thing is, if they can take the momentum that they built up T side and carry it through into overtime, if they can get 1, maybe 2 rounds, I think that they can close it out completely. That's interesting.
Indeed,
Someone's feeling a little nauseous, I think.
Yeah.
Outside of Dignitas.
Very much pressure on.
Is that Pimp who's actually feeling nauseous?
It is Pimp. Yep. Pressure absolutely on. There's a story behind that, Pip, by the way.
Yeah, Machine told it, I think it was, saying that Pasha can't say Pimp.
Yeah, so it's
we can't say Kierby right, so...
I can say Kierby right. It's you that can't say it.
No, it was, like, I swear Anders told me it was Kierbu, but I can't say it correctly because I'm American.
Well, that's because he's got a weird Danish accent, and he can get the exact thing. You know, and when we've asked these guys...
Yeah, Pimp, he's not looking healthy. Looking a little green.
Well, he's not playing too bad, it's the focus, the pressure. And, you know, this is a guy that has missed out in the past, along with a lot of his teammates.
The thing is, like, you look at, you know, when teams don't qualify for majors or they do have a really bad result in a major, there's roster swaps. This team has stuck together since the last major, except switching in, you know, MSL for Fetish. So they've stuck together this entire time, even when the going was really tough. But we're going into overtime, Demon. One of these two teams will be moving through. One of them will be going home.
It's time for metal. 15-15 Mirage. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Dignitas versus FlipSid.
It is overtime, and we are live. It's a double up. World Edit and Davkos. World Edit quickly actually switching things up there. He's got himself down, and look at the aggression from FlipSid. They've immediately managed to find themselves 2 kills. MSL and Nico down. Nico did get 1 in the trade, but already that puts FlipSid in the advantage.
We talked about FlipSid giving up middle time and time again. They finally get aggressive, push out, and look at that shot. That nice flash coming in does allow KGB to pick up 2 more kills. Now KRB, Pimp, and AZ looking for the take on towards A. World Edit gonna be looking to stop it from jungle. He's got the AWP in hand. He's not blinded up. He's gonna miss the first shot though, and he's gonna be taken down. This is looking good for Dignitas. The momentum from that last half, from the last couple of rounds, has carried over.
The aggression from FlipSid backfiring, it seems, and it's give Dignitas the opening in mid. You can see what they were doing because Dignitas have taken mid control almost every single round. They tried it, so FlipSid tried to counter that one now. Markelov making sure he doesn't lose out on this one, expecting Pimp to be in that position, but it takes him to 8 health. He's in Kierby. They've got this covered off. Markelov's going to try it. Why not? He's
got to save that up. I mean, they invest into the double up with 10k start money. Like, they need to rescue this, get it back on a DAF cost, save up your money. I don't think we're going to see World Edit buy an op again in this next round.
No, it would be crazy. So, 16-15, Dignitas. I mean, that's big. To pick up a T-side round already is a huge deal because they only got 3 in the entire last 15 rounds.
35 kills. Second closest is Nico at 22. Ridiculous. But here we go into the next round of overtime. We're going to see the op for Dadkoffs. No one else on the team is going to be Hamlet this time, so no double op. And Nico looks like he's not going to be going for the challenge in the middle. Not going to be trying to win out on the battle against World Edit, which we saw, you know, FlipSid do on the T side, kind of depend on him winning that control.
Nick taking a little look. They're going to be pushing in. Blades in a great position. Davkos trying to cover him off there. Blades going to get 1, going to get 2, going to get 3. Just mows them down. Now, Davkos, you just have to finish the job, but MSL manages to get himself a double. Kierby checks. Bondik and Markelov strike. And FlipSid are right back in it. 16-16.
What a job by Blade there, too. They spot out Davkos with the initial shot of him missing, and he picks up 3 kills. That's the spray down they needed. That's exactly what they need to keep their hopes alive. 16 all between these two teams. And we're into the final round of our first half of overtime. Potentially more to come after this. Again, Dignitas going to go back for the push out towards middle. Nico, he does have that op there, but he's not going to be going for the challenge just yet. Playing this one very cautious. They want to pick up this round. If they can get it under their belts, their CT side is so damn strong. And it might be enough to carry over into a victory. But Bombnik's got up really aggressive towards A ramping, and there's no one here to challenge out on this. And if they hit towards A, he's going to catch them off guard.
Well, 3 on the top of mid. Kierby and Palace. Pimp just lingering around B. Markelov has been a real problem on shorts, and now he's got the support of World Edit. I feel they're going to take a look here. And Davkos, you can see, trained up, is ready to go, but Nico strikes. Markelov goes down. MSL going to get a little peek. He's going to smoke out nicely onto Davkos, and that's going to force him to window, and they're going to be ready for this. Nico, you can see, has the angle covered. This time, AZ does get himself the first kill in overtime, taking him to 36. Davkos ready and waiting, going to get flashed up, tries to switch to the CZ and finds AZ, the bomb carrier, pushes on through, gets Nico in the back, and that turns this game on its head. Kierby, though, is in sight, and Davkos is going to come in and finds the quick scope on Pimp, and now Kierby, that's an unenviable task because he's got to try and challenge Davkos to get this bomb.
He's got rolled it off towards jungle, so Daka's pushes straight the smoke. He can't connect the shot. Kirby, the last one alive in a 1-on-2. He's going to be pushing from the side and rolled at it. Is going to pull that out on the back of Davkos. Again, this isn't the first time this man has done it. This is like the second, third, even fourth time. Able to do that over towards B, able to do it towards A, and able to lock them down in middle. A phenomenal job by him. And FlipSid, they take the 2-1 lead in overtime. 17-16. We're going to be swapping sides. And this is where Dignitas really shined on the CT side, especially AZ. FlipSid just didn't know how to counter their strategy. And you would assume that little bit of a break they had between regular time and overtime, they talked things over what to do on that T side.
Figure things out. FlipSid didn't have the greatest T side themselves. Both went 12-3 in the halves, which is what's put us in this crazy situation. Overtime already halfway done. Dignitas managed to get themselves their one T side round. It was more the surprise factor, I feel, because FlipSid, you could tell, once they got settled, they found their groove once again.
Like when FlipSid on the T side got control of middle off the back of World Edit, picking up some nice kills on a Nico, opening it up, they were able to pick up a couple of rounds. They got some pretty good aggression towards B. Think back to the round, I think it was Davkos pushed through jungle behind them through kitchen. He didn't pick up any kills because of some great entry frags out of the rest of FlipSid, but if they waited a little longer, he would have been able to pull it off. So B and middle, I think, is their go-to spots. A has been knocked down by AZ time and time again from his tricky play, from pushing up palace, from pushing up ramp, from going connector, window. They can't lock this man down.
He just basically covered half the map.
He covers half the map himself and picks up 24 kills in the half. They need to work around this, maybe look towards B as their real go-to site.
Here we go. AZ is going to be aggressive peeking. Okay, bombs going towards Palace. Blade and Bondic there. And MSL got himself in Dark Blade, thinking better of it, actually. Looks like he's going to go across and maybe rejoin his team. They went aggressive. I think they were expecting some aggression in Palace there, the way Blade and Bondic went at it.
I think how FlipSid did in the first round.
Yeah.
They went aggressive. It's like the mind games of overtime. It's a big chess game.
Nico and World Edit, they're about to go at it in mid. They are about to get the peek on. World Edit getting ready to go. Oh, Nico, the timing. Checks down, peeks across, and that's give World Edit the chance to get the angle.
So smart, too, because you would assume after the initial 20, 30 seconds, they're not going to be coming up middle. You got to check towards underpass, and they took that to their advantage. A fantastic start, and this is where FlipSid has been successful before with an early kill out of World Edit on that T side of the op.
Bondic waits. MSL, AZ hold position. Pimp and Kirby gonna go for a boost here.
This is what Dignitas don't do. Like when they get an early kill, they play really aggressive and try to close out the site. But you look at FlipSid, they get an early kill. What do? Play passive, play slow. There's 30 seconds left on the clock, so they're gonna have to pick up some pace very soon. And Davkos might get flanked. He's pushing straight through jungle. He gets the kill now. There's a guy behind him, but AZ does lock him down. The bomb in the hands of World Edit. It's over towards B.
AZ's going looking. He's gonna find Blade, but Blade will get the kill. The revenge on towards him. Kirby has to hold them off right now.
God, they left
Pimp. They've rotated. They've left B, and that's where the bomb is going. This is gonna be FlipSid picking up the T side round. Pimp's gonna come around. He'll find one, but that is about all he can get from this because bomb was planted over a B. Pimp is coming round and thinking, what the hell just happened? We got completely sold to dummy. And FlipSid paid that role perfectly through from World Edit's challenge onto Nico all the way through. Markelov coming around the corner. Pimp will get the flash on him.
Second guessing this challenge.
Yeah.
The time's ticked away. There's no way you can pull this off. You can just make it expensive for the other team. And they're not going to really care too much about this.
So close. He's going to get away with it. Blade and World Edit. They're going to get away with their lives, and Pimp left looking for kills because it's FlipSid picking up their first T side. Now Dignitas, they have to pick up the next two CT rounds or FlipSid will knock them out and Dignitas will not make a major once again.
Our first of two major points here for FlipSid. And let's see how they're going to go about it. World Edit, will you go for the opening towards middle? Will you go back towards B, where he did so many times on Mirage against Killerfish? Looks like he's going for the latter of those two. And Nico going to be challenged out in middle. Dignitas, they need to pick up this round. So much on the line. They couldn't do it before. And FlipSid looking to barrel down and get themselves their spot at the Lansix Arena in August.
Bondic, Blade, and Davkos all went over towards Palace. Blades collected that bomb and made the rotate all the way through T-spawn back around to middle. Now Nico was checking the angles, he was holding it, but he could only hold it for so long. AZ's working in support. Nico actually on the rotate round to CT spawn, gonna go around. AZ's gonna be the man. He has to keep them obeying connector. He's got himself 37 kills so far in this game, and he really needs to just give that little bit more for his team to try and carry them to double overtime.
No.
Because that's all that's counts. Well done it. So close as Nico checks. He gets himself the opener. Is this the start for something special for FlipSid as they make their way through? AZ does manage to strike. He evens things up. MSL in dark. He's got to hold them back.
MSL, can he stop them? Can towards ramp? Can AZ pick up a Kona Markov, who's now gone towards side? He's touching towards Shadow. The fire is burning. He's going to stay alive. Bonic does respawn. It's going to be a 3-on-3 with 20 seconds left. Dignitas, if they can just stall time, they can pick this up. But no, MSL goes down. Pimp, can he hold on to this? 15 seconds left to go on the clock. They have KGB rotating around from B to help out. Pimp going to push him. He's taken out by Davkos. Now it's on KGB in a 1-on-3.
Oh, Kierby, the last man. He's got Davkos around Tetris. He's going to find him. He gets the tag on towards him. Now he knows there's more lurking in the smoke. He has to try and deal with Davkos first. He's going to get him. Now he's got to switch. He's onto pistol. He jumps up. Oh, he nearly gets the header blade, but he's not quite able to finish it off. That's it. Bonding takes him down. FlipSid have done it. They're going to the major once again. And it's tears for Dignitas as once again they fall short incredibly. After such a great couple of months since Katowice, I cannot believe they will not be going to the ESL 1 in Cologne. It's FlipSid once again. Heartbreak for Dignitas fans, no doubt about it, but you have to hand it to FlipSid from 12-3 down to take it all the way to overtime and then again put up another incredible performance. They've had so many rounds of Counter-Strike today, more than anyone else, no doubt about it. They must have played at least 200 rounds, I think, today of Counter-Strike. It's got to be close.
Tears of sadness out of Dignitas, but tears of joy out of FlipSid there, Demon. FlipSid have done it again. They've qualified with all the drama that's been surrounding the team lately, with Simple leaving the team and all of that. They still come up big. Davkos, the man for me, locking them down, saving so many rounds time and time again to keep them in the game. Coming back from a 12-3 scoreline in the first half to take it in overtime, to take the victory in overtime. That's their second overtime of the day. They've had two 16-14s on Mirage against Killerfish. They played so much damn Counter-Strike, and you can see that they deserved it. They earned it. No words. Wow. That was a great way to end up the day.
No words, indeed. No words. That was incredible. And, you know, heartbreak for Dignitas.
It is.
Absolute heartbreak. Once again, they fall short. I believe it was the low bracket finals last time as well. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that FlipSid have managed to come back from that. I'm blown away by it.
We both had him practically wrote off.
AZ was running away with it, and absolutely, you know, hats off to AZ. He got close to 40 kills, I think, in that game. Performed out of his mind.
His CT side on every map is always that phenomenal. That's the thing about AZ. But when you go into the T side, again, I have to just look at the way Dignitas played. You know, they got a couple of early kills. What do? They got really aggressive really quickly. You look at all the other teams out there. What are they doing to get a couple of kills? Sit back, play passive, and work off that. Force the enemy team to force them to gather information by peeking out on you, then kill them and get a sight. It's just really unfortunate for Dignitas. Heart does feel for them. Again, staying together for such a long time, being such a strong team, and they just couldn't get there when it counted.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, no doubt about it. Congratulations to FlipSid. Let's hear from the man that runs them. It is going to be Blade with Alex.
Thank you very much, Lee. What? It felt like a final. I mean, I was about to say what a final because it was for you guys. It was truly excruciating for both of you, watching you guys go back and forth. And Blade, I won't keep you long. I know emotions must be pretty damn high for you and your team. So, yeah, first of all, let's talk about Dignitas. You went into that one. Where were you? Where was your head and where was your team's head at that one?
I was really disappointed that we lost like 2 eco rounds anti-eco. That was like huge for us. It was crucial, and we knew that we will win as CT. So the plan was to win on CT and try to make some variations on T sides on total different rounds, so they couldn't anticipate anything from us. So that was the main plan, and we took on the 3 rounds, but we lost like 2 anti-ecos, and our plan was like ruining during the game. And then we like changed the side, and we thought that we need to do. We must do everything we can just to take this pistol round, and we did it, and it was amazing.
It actually truly was amazing from a spectator's perspective. That's hard to say as well. The main thing I have to ask you is, you played a whole lot of Mirage. So how do you go from losing to Killerfish on Mirage to winning against Dignitas in overtime on the same map?
Oh, the first game was a little bit shaky for us. You know, first this lineup, like after 4 or 5 months, we played like in Katowice last time, and we didn't play a lot on LAN, and it was really shaky, some stupid rounds. And actually, I told we were videoing with Dignitas, and I asked them, let's play train, please. Like this Mirage is like so many Mirages today, and especially with them, we are playing a lot of Mirages all the time with them. And so after losing, I think it even helps us a lot when we are playing Mirage. Mirage is a new lineup for us. We didn't play a lot, so each Mirage was like making us stronger and stronger.
Yeah, just better with time. So I think the final thing I have to say is, what are your plans now? You've secured a ticket to the major. That must be such a fantastic feeling. What's next for FlipSid as you wait the 22nd of August?
We will practice as much as we can.
With Davkost?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so Davkost is coming to the major with you.
I think so, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. The plan is now this one, yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Blade, for your time. I'll let you go celebrate with your team. That's incredible. And I'll let you go while I say goodbye to the guys at home. To all of you at home, thank you for staying with us. It's been a truly incredible day, as my earpiece is vacating my ear. It's been a really good one. Let's recap just quite quickly, turn back the clock, and look at how Group A shaped up. You saw Property there. They did fall after really testing Dignitas. That was something we were hoping to see more of. They got us excited and then kind of evaporated against FlipSid with just the 3 rounds. That really turned heads. Kinguin breezing through, of course, picking that one up in a very stylish fashion, besting Killerfish and Dignitas to secure their spot. But FlipSid, not a team you would have expected to be besting Dignitas in an overtime, especially considering their earlier results against Killerfish. But what a game and what a day of surprises we have had. And that was just the first group, of course, if we do turn our attention to the second group, the fact that FlipSid got through. That was a surprise. Anyway, tomorrow, what are you going to expect to see? Hellraisers and LGB to kick things off. That's a big one. How will LGB fare? We have very little to kind of gauge this on without Rubino, with these what is essentially 2 new players, or relatively new. We'll see how that shapes up. Of course, Gamers 2 Titan, another debut for Titan. We're going to be able to gauge their skill level and where they sit on this qualifier. Roccat as well, a team not to be underestimated, of course, formerly known as Encore. The Finns are going to be battling it out against Kick at the start of tomorrow as well. That's going to be starting at the same time, so we're going to be kicking that one off around midday tomorrow. Of course, we shouldn't have the same technical errors that we had at the start of this day, as it's going to be time for us to, a little bit of a reminder about where you can get tickets for August. That's right, I said August 22nd and 23rd. This thing is really bugging me. It's like an earring at this point. But you basically can head over to the website esl-1.com. You can head over there and you can get access to the tickets. We hope to see you there because it truly is an incredible experience. As a CSGO fan, as a CSGO player, it's completely gone. We've lost it completely. As it's been a real pleasure to do just day one, casting and talking to the players. And I think we had a real fantastic compilation of games as well. FlipSid and Kinguin securing their places. 2 more places to be secured, and that will happen tomorrow. We hope to see you then, and we'll see you hopefully around 12 o'clock.